Hello everybody, this is Professor Helu from the National Chinan University in Puli, Taiwan. Welcome to our new class. Today we are going to learn a little bit more about irregular verbs. You have them in English and of course you have them in Spanish. First, let's see how it works in English. In English, remember you have regular verbs like to listen or to remember. For them, you only have to add the ed ending to know how to make the past or the participle here and here. But then you have some verbs called irregular verbs that follow no rule. For example, to go, went, go, to do, did, done, to be, was, been. Okay, so again, it's not a new concept. You have that in English, and let's see how it works in Spanish. There are many irregular verbs in Spanish. So when you learn a new verb, you just have to check, as well as you do in English, if the verb is regular or irregular. Some of the most important verbs, because you use them very often, are to be and to have. Okay, let's see the difference between them in English and in Spanish. First one, remember, this is the subject, and to be. In English, you have to be expressing I am Taiwanese and I am in Taiwan. Both are the verb to be. Okay, but in Chinese, you say 我是台湾人, 我在台湾. 在 is not a verb, we know, but I think you get the point that 在 kinds of works that way. So what I'm writing here is the infinitive when you want to express 我是台湾人, se. And when you want to express 我在台湾, I am in Taiwan, you use also the verb to be, but the meaning is this one, 在. Okay, so let's read it. Yo soy, tú eres, él es, nosotros, nosotras somos, vosotros, vosotras sois, ellos, ellas son. Now, yo estoy, tú estás, él está, nosotros, nosotras estamos, vosotros estáis, ellos están. Okay, so the difference between English and Spanish is that we do have two verbs for something that in English you only need one verb, the verb to be. But lucky in Chinese you also use two different ways. 我是台湾人, that would be ser in Spanish. 我在台湾, that would be estar in Spanish. But there is also another difference. There is another use for the verb estar. That use is when you are defining something of yourself, but it's something that is going to change in time. For example, I am tired. I am sick. Those things don't define you forever. It's just now I am tired or now I am sick. In those cases, we also use the verb estar. So let's check some examples about that. If you want to say I am Taiwanese, 我是台湾人, the verb 是. And in Spanish you will use the verb ser. Yo soy taiwanés. And that's something you are. Defines you and won't change. If you want to say I am in Taiwan, also the verb to be, but Chinese 中文是在. And in Spanish, estar. Yo estoy en Taiwan. Okay, place, estar. And then you have the third option. I am tired. In Chinese, you don't use a verb, 我很累. That's why I'm writing 是, but quote. Because you are defining something about yourself, but is changing in time. In Spanish, we use the verb estar. Yo estoy tired, late, cansado. Okay? So, again, when you want to say something that in Chinese defines you, 是, you use the verb ser. When you want to say you are in some place, Chinese 在, 西班牙文 estar. And when you are going to say something that defines you, but now, for some time, 我很累, 我生病了. Okay? In that case, again, estar. Okay. Now I want you to think, 我很胖, I'm fat. Which one would you like to use? Pan, gordo. Would you like to use yo soy gordo? Yo estoy gordo. Okay, in this case, the answer is you can use both. But if you say yo soy gordo, maybe you mean that's the way I am. I'm not going to change. That's me. And if you say yo estoy gordo, maybe you mean that that's this year, this month, but that doesn't define you. You are going to change, so that's 我很累, 我很胖. That's something that is going to change. Okay? So think about that. When you are defining yourself, 我很高, I am tall, that's not going to change. Ser. When you are defining something that is going to change in time, for example, 我很累, I am sick, then you use the verb estar. In the three cases, English use the verb to be. Okay. Before we end this class, I also want to explain the verb to have. Like 我有钱. Okay, in my case, 我没有钱. Okay, yo tengo, tú tienes, él tiene, nosotros tenemos, vosotros tenéis, ellos tienen. Just one thing. This verb, tener, means to have in Chinese, 有, but this is not the verb we use for auxiliary purpose. When you say I have gone, in that case, 我有去. In that case, the verb have works as an auxiliary verb. Okay, in Chinese is the same. 有 means perfect tense. Okay, in those cases we are not going to use this verb. This verb is only used to say things like I don't have money. Okay, so remember that. This one is not the one we use as an auxiliary verb. I have gone, I have done. Okay? Thank you very much, and I hope you have enjoyed our class of today. See you soon.